Hello students, I hope that all of you are in good spirits and keeping yourself safe. Let's start Chapter 6 Fractions. Dear students, we have already discussed in our previous session about fraction and its meaning and types of fractions. Today, we will discuss about conversion of mixed fractions into improper fraction and vice versa. We will discuss about equivalent fractions and simplest form of a fraction. Dear students, now let's see the conversion of mixed fraction into improper fraction. To convert a mixed fraction to an improper fraction, first of all, we will multiply the denominator by a whole number and add the numerator. This value becomes the numerator of a new fraction. The denominator of the new fraction is same as the denominator of the old fraction. Dear students, you can very well understand this by looking into the example given in this slide. Dear students, now let's discuss conversion of improper fractions into mixed fractions. To convert an improper fraction to mixed fraction, divide the numerator of the fraction by the denominator. The quotient will be the whole number, the remainder will be the numerator, and the divisor will be the denominator of the new fraction, as you can see it in the example very well. Dear students, now let's discuss equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are the fraction representing the same value or same part of an object. Students, we need to understand the concept of equivalent fraction by taking an example. As you can see it in the example here, Rama gave 4 cakes of the same size to his 4 children. The first child cut his cake into 2 equal halves and ate the first half. The second child cut his cake into 4 equal parts and ate 2 pieces out of 4. The third child cut his cake into 6 equal parts and ate 3 of them. The fourth child cut the cake into 8 equal parts and ate 4 of them. On comparing the parts of cake, we observe that first child ate half of the cake, second child ate 2/4 of the cake, that is again equal to half of the cake, third child ate 3/6 of the cake, that is again half of the cake, fourth child ate 4/8 of the cake, that is again half of the cake. It means 1/2 of the cake. Dear students, by looking into the example, we observe that they all ate half of the cake. Thus, fractions 1/2, 2/4, 3/6, 4/8 represent the same fraction 1/2. These are called equivalent fractions. So, 2 or more fractions representing the same part or value of the whole are called equivalent fractions. Dear students, to check if the fractions are equivalent or not, we do cross multiplication. For the fractions a upon b and c upon d, if first case, if a multiplied d equals to b multiplied c, then they are equivalent fractions, and if a multiplied d is not equal to b multiplied c, then they are not equivalent fractions. Dear students, now let's see how to write the 5 equivalent fractions of a given fraction. As you can see it in the example 4 upon 7. To find out the equivalent fraction of this given fraction, we will multiply numerator and denominator by same number. As you can see, first we multiply with 2, then 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we will get the equivalent fractions as 8 upon 14, 12 upon 21, 16 upon 28, 20 upon 35 and 24 upon 42. Students, you should remember this, that we can get as many equivalent fractions as we want by multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator of the given fraction by the same number. Dear students, now let's see simplest form of a fraction. A fraction is said to be in the lowest term or the simplest form if its numerator and denominator do not have any common factor other than 1. Dear students, in order to reduce a fraction to the lowest term, we need to follow 2 steps. Step 1, find the highest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. Step 2, divide the numerator and the denominator by their HCF. Dear students, as you can see it in the example, we have to write the simplest form 192 upon 112. So, to find out its solution, we will first find out the HCF of 192 and 112, that is 16, dividing the numerator and denominator of the fraction by their HCF, that is 16. So 192 divided by 16 will give you 12 and 112 divided by 16 will give you 7. So 12 upon 7 is the lowest form of the given fraction, because the common factor of 12 and 7 is only 1. Dear students, we have learnt about conversion of mixed fractions into improper fractions and vice versa, and equivalent fractions and the simplest form of a fraction in this session. So, practice it well, and we will learn more about this chapter in our next session. All the best. Thank you.